New sanctions on North Korea with Chinese help. Let's turn to Gordon Chang now, foreign affairs journalist and author of Nuclear Showdown. North Korea takes on the world. Gordon, thank you.
Thank you very much, Shep.
A bit of a muted response, something about dogs barking. Your thoughts?
Yeah, this is extremely significant because what President Trump did and what Treasury Secretary Mnuchin is now doing is shutting off the money to the North Korean regime. Every bank gets a free pass for what they did in the past with their relations with Pyongyang. But what Mnuchin said was, look, going forward, if a bank violates U.S. law, it's going to be designated. You heard that word designation in the press conference. That's a designation under Section 311 of the Patriot Act as a bank as a primary money laundering concern. If a bank is so designated, it is cut off from the global financial system because it can no longer transact business in dollars. And what the North Koreans now are going to do is try to transact business in other currencies. And what the United States is going to do is go around the world and make sure that they cannot use those other currencies.
The North Koreans didn't say much in response to what's happened so far. They often wait a while, and you wonder if they won't wait until all these world leaders go back to their homes.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the last thing they want to do is engage in a provocation that gives President Trump an easy opportunity to talk to other world leaders to increase the pressure more. So I expect, and I can be certainly wrong about this, but I expect the North Koreans to be quiet for a week or so. You heard the North Korean foreign minister say that, Trump's words on Tuesday were the sound of a dog barking. I think that the North Koreans now are really concerned because what they're starting to see is that the U.S. can exert pressure on their primary backer. And if the U.S. actually continues to exert pressure, doesn't turn away its attention, then North Korea is in a world of hurt.
John Roberts reports that the big picture goal is to get the North Koreans to the negotiating table. Does this step help in that?
Oh, absolutely. And, obviously negotiations are the preferred way of solving this. But I believe that we should start those discussions only when the North Koreans understand that they have no choice but to disarm. If we start them earlier than that, they will use them to delay so they can perfect their missiles and their nukes. That's what we did during the six-party talks during the administration of George W. Bush. We don't want to do that again. I think our president understands that, and I think that we're going to see this maximum pressure, maximum engagement, which is their buzz phrase in Washington. It actually might work this time if the administration is absolutely determined to carry forward on this.
Short on time, less likely or more likely to get another missile test as a result of this?
Well, there will be another missile test because the North Koreans need to, first of all, improve their capabilities. They want a deterrent, but they also want to sell these things to the Iranians. And this is where we come in because the Iranians pay the North Koreans $2 to $3 billion a year for their various forms of cooperation. What Mnuchin is doing today is going to cut off that flow of cash if he's successful. So we got to be concerned that the North Koreans don't switch to other currencies. The one currency we can't control is the renminbi, the Chinese currency. But all the rest of them, pounds, euros, and yens, we can go after those currencies because those countries will help us.
Gordon Chang from Washington. Thank you, Gordon.